Okay, this is week 2, AutoCAD for Interior Design at WKU. We're going to start by practicing drawing geometry today. So if you go to Format and click on Units and make sure that your units are set to Architectural, hit OK. And then under Format, Drawing Limits, the first set of numbers is always at 0, hit the Enter bar. And then we want to make sure that they're set at 25 feet, 25 feet. Hit enter, and then zoom, enter, all, enter. We'll start by drawing a square that's 1 inch by 1 inch. So we'll click on the line, click on the screen, drag your cursor to the right, making sure our ortho or F8's on, or if you click down here on the ortho button, it's the 4th one. It's blue, you know it's on. So go to the right, click 1, enter. Go up, we'll zoom in with our scroll wheel. 1, enter. To the left, 1, enter. And then C, enter, we'll close it. Start with the next shape on our sheet, and you know you can download this from Blackboard. Okay. 3, enter, up, 2, enter, to the left, 3, enter, then C, we'll close it. Whoops. Sometimes you make mistakes. It's okay. We'll erase this. We'll start over. Line, click on the screen, draw it to the right, 3, enter, up, 2, enter, to the left, 3, enter, then C, enter, close it. Our next shape, we'll click on the screen. You don't always have to go right, so we'll go up, 3, enter, to the right, 1, enter, down, 3, enter, C, enter. You don't always have to draw geometry by using a line. If we have a square or a rectangle shape, then we can use the rectangle tool. That's found in the Draw tab. This is the button right here. All you have to do is click on the button, click on the screen. Then you have to use the at button, which is Shift 2, or at is the above the 2, then 5, 5, enter. That draws a perfect square, 5 inch by 5 inch. You'll notice that if you hold your cursor over it, the entire block lights up because it's a polyline. It's one continuous line. If you hold your cursor over the other ones, see, only one line highlights. So that's individual lines. Okay, we're going to draw some circles. If you click on the circle button, the triangle underneath the word circle gives you various ways a circle can be drawn. We're going to click on center diameter. We'll click on the screen, and if I want a 3-inch circle, I just put in 3, enter. I have a perfect circle. I'm going to click on this again, center, click on the screen, 4, enter. I have a 4-inch circle. Okay, we're going to continue on. We'll draw a rectangle that's 1 by 7. So if you click on the screen, it depends on what number you put in first and what direction the rectangle will draw. So if I put in 7, 1, enter, it draws a horizontal. If I click on rectangle again and click on the screen, and this time I put at 1, 7, it draws a vertical shape. Compound shapes, you can't use the rectangle tool. So if you click on line, click on the screen, go to the right, 2, enter, up 1, enter, over 3, enter, up 2, enter, to the left, 4, enter, down, 1, enter, over, 1, enter, and C will close it. Compound shapes sometimes like floor plans. Alright, our next two objects have circles attached to them. The first object will draw a rectangle. Click on the screen, at 1, 1, enter. We'll click on the circle, making sure our O snaps are on, which is this fifth button. It's highlighted in blue. We'll click on the corner, then 1, enter. We have a 1-inch circle in the corner of our square. Our next object, click on the screen, at at 3, 3, enter. To get the circle inside the square, we're going to go draw a construction line. Click on line, go to the middle of the box, click on the other side to the middle, enter. Then go with our circle diameter, click on the middle of the line and put 1, enter. So now we have this is how you would draw a circle in the middle of a box, or you could say this would be a floor plan with a table in the middle of it. Then we'll erase our construction line. Okay. Also in class on Tuesday we learned some of our modify commands. We'll start with move. We'll move this last object we drew by selecting it. You notice that it's all dashed. Hit the enter button, pick a base point, click, and drag it over to our page. We're going to attach this small square to the corner of this larger square. So I know that I want the lower left-hand corner to go to the upper right-hand corner. So if I click on move or M, enter, select the object, enter, click the lower corner, see I get the green box, go up to the top of this square. If I turn off my F8, I can easily move my object now. Then I get the green square at the top, I click, and now I have moved this object. Okay, I want to make copies. Instead of, I could continuously draw, but it's quicker and faster to make a copy of this. So I'm going to click on copy, it's underneath move, select the object, enter. I'm going to choose this base point. Now my copy of this is attached to my cursor. The original is left on the screen. Then I'll go up here and attach it to this. And I make a third copy. See, it continues to do copy until you tell it to stop. So I'll click and then I'll hit enter to stop it. Now I want to make a mirror object so that it goes in the opposite direction, this direction. I'll go to the mirror command, click on the screen and drag a window over. Enter. So all of it's dashed. It asks for 2 base points. The first base point I'm going to start here. This would be where my mirror was being placed. You click here. The second base point up here at the top of the square. Click. Then it asks you if you want to delete the original. I don't, so I just hit enter. So now I have an exact mirrored image of the original. Now, if I wanted to rotate this, I wanted it to go in the opposite direction. Let me move this a little more out of the way from our other work. Then I would use rotate, so click on rotate, select the objects, then click OK. Select the objects, hit enter, choose a base point. Right here is a good base point. And then I want it to go down, so I'll put in 180. I get 180 because there's 360 degrees in a circle, so 180 would be halfway. So that rotates it down. I'm going to undo that. If I wanted it to rotate to the side, I would click rotate, select the objects, enter, click here again for the base point, and then I could put in -90, or I could put in 90, and that's rotate. Another modified command we learned was offset. Offset, like you would want to do a wall thickness for a room. We'll say this is our, our room here. We want to offset wall thickness. So I'm going to click on the offset button. The first thing you have to do is give it a measurement. Let's say I want a 1-inch offset. I'll select the square, enter. Well, select the square, sorry. And then I click on the outside of the square, or I can select the original square and click inside, and it makes an exact copy of that object 2 inches away from the original. Alright, we learned a little bit about array. We had a table I'm going to draw a table 42 inches. It's a good size table. And then let's choose another circle to put above it. And we'll make that 18 inches. That's about the size of a stool. We'll move it up. Then we want to put chairs around this table. We can make copies and place them, but we could type in array classic, and that gives us the array dialog box. I'll move it out of the way so that we can see what's going on. First thing we want to do is change it to polar, polar meaning circular. We'll select the object we want to make a copy of. That would be the chair. Enter. Now the center point, we want to rotate the chairs around the table, so we would want to click the center point, and we get our cursor close to the circle, then a center point shows up in the middle of the circle. So when the circle turns green there, we click. Then we can put in the objects. Let's say I wanted 6 chairs. I hit preview. Shows me a preview. I hit enter. And then I can hit OK. And that puts chairs around my table. We also did learn too, we can draw polygons. So if I wanted an 8-sided figure, I have to tell AutoCAD how many sides I want, so I'll put in 8, enter. I'll click on the screen, we'll hit enter, and then it wants the radius, so I want 2 feet, enter, and now I have a stop sign shape. This concludes today's lesson. Thank you very much.